5:45. Gotta go. Good morning. Let's go. Let's get it going. Let's go. Let's get it popping this morning. Wednesday, everybody. Let's get it going. Unction to build in the morning. Emails, your males and females. Double duty today. Daddy duty. You got my boy Rice in here rocking, trying to get himself together for getting ready to go. That's okay. 15 minutes, boy. Let's get it popping. Let's not play around. Let's go. Let's get rocking this morning. Let's go.
Come on, shot, bro.
What is causing all this commotion?
Reggae ones, everybody.
Trying to style a plan from getting
5:46 in the morning.
Sure.
All the way to 6:15. Let's go.
Why don't you may not be familiar? It's only country road, but why the fighting sense in me? You're making way for coke to come. Marching up data only for someone one. You feel on me if you make a blaze the chillum. But you may not be familiar with only country road. Look how them fighting sense in me. You're making way for coke to come. Marching up data only for someone one. You feel on me the fire. Why?
Good morning. Let's
Tell
go.
them now, let the smoking of ganja remain. When the Eden has you, why
Go to YouTube where the music sounds better.
down in Ethiopia, no come up on no plane. I salute all the scholar. The urban justice and car we all take a draw when a big and small. Meditation is good for one and all. Why the topic in all of them conference all is the persecution of existence overall.
Good morning, y'all. Let's go. Unction to the building. Morning emails, males and females. Let's get it popping this morning. Good morning, yawning. Reggae Wednesday. Let's go, y'all. We rocking. Let's go.
Tired the liquid in a bush.
Hey.
Tired the lick pipe in a gully. We want to come out in the open. With the breeze skin blowing so far away. To the north, to the south, to the east and to the west. To the west.
Let's get 'em.
Talking about Jonestown,
By the laptop.
Trenchtown,
Hey.
concrete jungle too. From water the west, the best.
Good morning, y'all. Let's get them.
That's the way.
Let's go get them.
From St. John's, it comes to you, the best Cali weed you ever drew.
Go to YouTube.
So why should you run and hide from the red sea, the blue sea, the coffee close to? I got the liquid in a bush.
Reggae Wednesday.
I got the liquid chillum in a gully. We bound to come out in the open, but the breeze can blow it so. On my way, it's the
Good morning. We turn up this morning. Unction the building. The morning emails, your males and females. Reggae Wednesday. Yard boy Wednesday. Let's go. Road boy, road gal, them. Road boy, road gal, them. Early in the then, Hey. Hey.
With the 100-meter Cali weed, come from
Shout out to BB Records. You know what it is, Jamaica. You know what it is.
100-meter Cali weed.
Go to YouTube. Let's go, y'all. Good morning.
The speed limit was doing 55. See a Babylon car drop out on me. We start to speed on corners, just like we are daredevils. Couldn't keep up with me.
Good morning. Let's go, y'all. Unction the building. Reggae Wednesday. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Come on.
The 100-meter Cali weed coming from Center.
We got a few more days left before I go under the night.
Coming from Center.
Nuclear tests and all kinds of shit.
Policemen in the street.
Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Soldiers in the field, burning the Cali weed. But if you continue
To mess with our hood, we're gonna burn down the cane fields.
If you continue to burn up the herbs, we're gonna burn down the cane fields. Soja and the herb field, burning the cali weed. Marijuana.
Let's go, y'all.
Policemen in the streets. But if you continue to burn up the herb,
Reggae Wednesday, y'all. Let's go.
burn down the cane field.
Rude Boy Wednesday.
Continue to burn
Up my hood, we're going to burn down the cane fields. Let's go, y'all.
Swimming in my backyard.
Reggae
Because it makes the best for me. I'm heard Dr. Say.
Morning emails, your males and females. Let's get it popping this morning, y'all. Let's go.
One thing the structure will lead.
5:51 in the morning, all the way to 6:15. We rock the music, then we do the chat. Let's go, y'all. Out to the building. Morning emails. How y'all feeling this morning? Let's get it going. Big time, big tune, big day. Let's go, y'all.
Soccer Texomania, swimming in my backyard. Swimming in my backyard. Hey! From a stand up promoting so and abundant of heart. Babylon come and tell me that no right. Me say me burn it and pass it on the right. Them coming and them look underneath. Them say, hey, natty dreadlocks, where you come from? You must have two stick of sense it under your. Me know officer Lord, you must be made.
Hey! Reggae Wednesday. Reggae Wednesday, y'all. Let's go, come on. Oh. Shout out to my reggae people. Let's go. Brooklyn massive, Orlando massive, Queens, what up? Bronx massive, Gun Hill, White Plains Road massive. All my Section 5 people. Let's go.
It was a cool and lovely, breezy afternoon. You feel when you got no. You could feel it cause it was the month of so I left my gate and went out for a walk.
Shout out to all my hard-working Jamaican people and the pet-eating Haitian people. Shout them. Shout them out. Let's go, y'all. That dude crazy. Tap on. Let's go, y'all. Big day, big tune. Big day. Reggae Wednesday, let's go, y'all. Come on. Hey.
In the dance early one Friday night. Me and my virgin does a bird guns a pipe. We both the road and then light up light light. Babylon a coming in red, black and white.
You listen to that Indian Jamaican girl that she killed that man last night. What you say, Kamala? She kill him. Bust the man ass.
Come inspect the
Kill the man.
Push down the damn gate, man. They move your hand when you sign Babylon. Then them lean up him M16 in a corner. And him jack up himself in school.
Bush is going to quit.
Let Babylon for fall.
Bush is going to quit. Let's go.
I am on a bundle from my power training school on. It a big
Let's go.
The one and name smoke it if you have it, car policeman can't grab it in farm.
Five. Let's go.
Walk low grass I good.
Brycey, let's get him.
All the good turn top love.
5 minutes, let's go.
I good. Batman was smoking up so I good.
a caption. Me just get a high grade weed. Me have it in me hand and then me take out the seed. The scent alone make me eyes start bleed. Plus me under me Guinness so tonight gala breed. Then after 9 months then baby started. It for everybody have a Corporal Reed. Take on a new case and him book a new lead. It is not so hard but it's too cool to believe.
Oh yeah, you getting ready for school. Pricey, close your door. People see you. We'll ask you. What's up? A full-time father, in case y'all didn't know. Full-time daddy business going on here, man. Reggae Wednesday. Full-time daddy business.
We have to travel over hills and valleys just to find Mr. Good Sense. We have to travel over hills and valleys.
It's school time. We get the boys up for school.
Good Sense.
I got a crew. I got a whole crew. Those that I know about anyway. You know, I'm a hip-hop dude, so I got a crew. I mean, you have to understand. See, I got, you know, my oldest one, he's 38. My oldest daughter's 35. Then I got a daughter 26. Then I got a son 23. Then I got a son 15. And then I got a son 11 years old. So I got a basketball team. Plus somebody on the bench. But then, you know, there's always that conversation. You know, on hip hop. Never know. But if you need me, you know where to find me. Let's go. They got 23-in-1 DNA test just in case we have another one out there somewhere floating around. If it look like me, he might be mine. You know what I mean? Let's go now. Let me tell you something. Your boy been putting it down a long time. Early. Trust me. Putting it down. Putting that work in early. Let's go. When me up on the ice cream, I see that pass a lemon, it exploding on me head like a grenade. Feel it all in on me brain, in on me eyelash of the beard. From the banking scene, one draw for my brain. Hey man, I rush on we know not no okay. No farm eagle, no approach for me vain. They up on a high grade campaign. Wow. You know you ghetto when your granddaughter is older than your sons. when their uncles are younger than them, she got to push her uncle around in the stroller. That's how you know you ghetto. Taking all that good feeling. Whoa, man, steaming. Let's go, y'all. Reggae Wednesday. Good greening. Anyway, man. From the north to the south to the east. Oh gosh, I ain't gonna do it on me, y'all. Oh gosh, I ain't gonna do it on me, y'all. Reggae Wednesday, let's go. Oh gosh, I ain't gonna do it on me, y'all. Oh gosh, I ain't gonna do it on me, y'all. I want to take a second to wish condolences to everybody that lost somebody September 11th. You know that. It was 21 years ago, September 11th, 2001, when they went down 23 years ago. Well, yeah, condolences to the families and friends and people that lost themselves in Twin Towers. We still don't really know what happened with that September 11th situation, but definitely for the 3,000 people that got lost that day, my condolences to the families. We lost a lot of people that day in New York City. We got our teeth out. Oh, y'all, I'm here. Good morning.
Babylon, I beg you don't. Please don't chop it down. Because the people them want me, and I beg you, oh, Lord. Babylon, I say not chop it. Not chop it down.
Let me tell you, when it comes to kids, they call me Bullseye. Trust me. I gotta be cool. You know what I'm saying? I am Bullseye. I breathe next to you. Don't have a girl around me. True player for real. I breathe around them, they get pregnant. my brother told me, he said, damn boy, we're gonna be pushing a stroller to the funeral home. Let's go on. Reggae Wednesday. Hey, I got no problem with that.
Babylon begging to cut it, beg you please don't cut it down.
Reggae boy sound is here for rapper.
You must went downstairs. Dan Brown, good morning.
When you smoke your dirty coke, do you see me smiling with my trial in my hand? You've been carrying feelings.
Well, we'll find out in a second or two.
My garden, you and your squad.
Hold on, I got to door.
In the trees and let them be. Lord, when you see you destroy the environment, oh, in the trees and let them be. Boy, when you see your body and
Reggae boys,
Yep.
let's make me want to go some
Reggae boy. Let's go. Good morning.
We make it go.
I got my plaques in the background. I gotta hang them up.
Smoke the earth, the earth, the earth, the earth, the earth.
Yeah, I got a lot of shades. Real reggae shit, man. You know it's reggae when the dudes just be making weird noises and shit, right? You know it's real reggae music. Good morning, y'all. I'm in the building. 6:03 in the morning. What y'all doing? How y'all feel out there? All the way to 6:15. Let's get it popping this morning. Reggae Wednesday. I'm in the building. Good morning, emails for your males and females. Let's go, y'all.
Oh, that's a sweet, sweet sentence, you know.
Shout to BP Records. Let's go.
Finally, oh yeah, sweet sensei, come around. Me, I think finally, the birds come around. The high grade when man look for me, stock it by the phone, yeah. When Babylon come around, ask them where them a go search for. Ever since the earth slow down, police and road boy them in a showdown. Them a search round the compound. You know a man and a weed clown. Find a little piece of land and wow. Me home ground south. Tell you them not fit sick feel. To my go, I mean, well, you know, no, I'm just Babylon.
Let's go.
The thing where you make man feel still. When me say, finally the earth come around. The ivory get it by the phone, yeah. When Caliban come around, have your guns.
Good morning. How y'all feel out this morning? Let's go. Come on.
Finally come around. When Babylon come around, with them I go search for. We got it right there. We're smoking marijuana like we down here. We got it right there. So let's go to college.
Jamie Foxx got a shade company. Jamie Foxx got a shade, but it's actually pretty good, really good quality shades. The problem with some of the shade companies, when you buy the glasses, the sunglasses, the glasses don't be good qualities. Go to Jamie Foxx. Look up Jamie Foxx's company. He got some pretty banging a shade company you can rock out with, and they good quality shades. Not as good as Cartier, whatever, but they're still a good quality shade.
My race and that come out of it. And my roads will requesting some out of it. We got some good. I ran out of it. Now pass it around, take out our flip. We got it right there. We're smoking marijuana like we down there.
We're smoking marijuana this morning. Smoking that marijuana this morning. Wake and bake all the way to 6:15. Reggae Wednesday, everybody. Do what you do in the morning. If it's coffee and brandy or the chalice.
Babylon no man is run, go tell them that no right. Check my because she have up his fights them jaw. Console me fights.
Good morning. Let's go, y'all.
Me burn Babylon and day or night. Babylon no for so you unite.
A few days left before we get to the next iteration. I'm about to have that operation, so I'm gonna be off the air for about a week. I'm having an operation coming in on from the 23rd, but 23rd September all the way to October 1st. So I'll be off, but I'll be back once I finish the operation and the double D placement, and then I got to do Thursday a nuclear. I'm doing like all the testing, so I'm doing a nuclear test for the heart on Thursday. So yeah, just everybody, if you're of a certain age, over 40, maybe get that nuclear test. Make sure they can see the pictures of your heart and all that kind of stuff. I'm doing mine Thursday just to make sure I'm good for the operation. You gotta take care of yourself, guys. Also Thursday, Fat Man Scoop at the Apollo. Make sure you're there.
Them will destroy the upset. That's nothing. So me say, from your door, you are real ganja man.
Thursday, we're gonna I'm gonna put a
as a matter of fact, when you're done, Binley can give me some make we burn. From your door, you are real herb man. Make me see peace about in your heart. As a matter of fact, when you're done, the reggae boys make them go. Tell me say pressure, but that not really matter. Still I take time and roll the blood proper. One more drop for the good thing, God. Them know say if you prefer some sound man a try spy out me feeling not far. This stop this up right from the country the far. From the accent to me nice forever. Reggae boys are born it through the better.
I don't smoke cigarettes because it makes that I yes. I'm gonna say a reggae boy son.
No gunman son. Reggae boy son.
Cushion pain, make a cold when what you then. Pass the cushion pain, pass it over. Pass cushion pain, pass it over. Oh, I went on the cover just to find my lover in the kitchen. She
say will be dedicated. BET will be recording it live. We're gonna have a lot of artists in the building, a lot of crazy DJs, everybody's gonna come out and show love to Fat Man Scoop. Uncle be there, paying his respects to the legend. 3 to 5 over at the Apollo Theater. Just go and pay your respect to the legend, Fat Man Scoop. Rest in peace to you, brother. Sleep in paradise as we continue to celebrate those that have done it for this culture. Fat Man Scoop, another one. Rest in peace. We can celebrate you on Thursday. Salute to you, my man, Sean C. And all you DJs out there and all you toasters and chatters out there. Celebrate for the big Fat Man Scoop. Salute.
Babylon, come and light it at our fire. Babylon, come. Big stinking to flow through we call it weed eater. Them never did it when me was out in water, and when me did them blind fertilizer. Yet out of the sky them spitting fire, and I'm a little youth man with a hot temper. Me dig up me stinking rocket launcher, and in all the air this is the helicopter me a chant. Some ganja planter, call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the air to me put the ganja. Babylon come all at it at fire me a chant. Yes, I'm a ganja planter. Call me the ganja farmer. Keep them in the air to me.
Reggae boy sound is here.
VP Records, what's up, Jamaica? We love it.
Burning on the highway, the highway, get into my head. Marijuana from the gun.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. That's what I'm telling y'all. Go to YouTube where it's rocking. The music is popping. No stress. They don't cut you off like on Facebook. Will Atkins, you should know to go to YouTube at this point.
And my sister to use it. It's the king of Paris, Babylon, they don't like it. You chop it up, keep it up, and then destroy it. They lock you up, they take it from the
I put my plaques up today. Hold on.
Why? Marijuana, you keep it calm. Burning on the highway, it's the highest grade. Get into my head. Marijuana from the corner, you keep it calm. You make it smarter. Burning on the highway, it's the highest grade. Get into my head.
So I got a lot of plaques, right? But this is one I'm the most proud of. This one right here. The Gangsta The Moment of Truth album. It's probably one of my really, really favorite ones. I'm putting them up today. I got a bunch of plaques. We can make a lot of records, but this one right here is probably one of my favorites.
Can't you see that we're protected by the Father on His throne? He will never allow you to trample us down. Where the sheep
R.I.P. Guru.
And we're standing on holy ground.
Hell no. You can have it. I did that already. I moved on.
No.
I've done my dedication to the hill. First of all, I made The Hill Is Real. The name The Hill Is Real, I made it famous, first and foremost. I put it on the back of my building. If you go to the How About Some Hardcore video, I'm the one that made it international, The Hill Is Real. I know a lot of people try to take credit for it, whatever the case may be, and I'm quite sure I wasn't the first person to say The Hill Was Real, because it was. But when it comes to making it famous international, well, that was me. That was me. I actually even put a record out called The Hill Is Real. And I put the record out on 4th and Broadway. And so now, anytime when we talk about The Hill As Real, anywhere in the world, on planet Earth, it's because it's what I did. So I've done a lot of great things for The Hill, as far as making sure that the world knew who we were and who Brownsville is. Just like Mike Tyson or Shannon Briggs or other people that come from Brownsville, we definitely represented the Hill properly. So no, I wouldn't want to have to go back there if I didn't have to, but it's time. Sometimes there's a season, you got to move on, but you still carry it with you. Salute to The Hill That's Real, and all the soldiers that died on that hill unnecessarily now, as we understand.
You know when you see them unite reasoning and smoking, high grade and accounting is a herbalist party. Hey, you sell your rum and cigarette without remorse.
So when you see that Hill That's Real sign, I did that. I created that and put it on there, and then that's why you see it in the, I had that painted there, and I made the sign, and then I had them put it in the. I shot it around the MOP. How About Some Hardcore video? That's where you see it. Look.
The plant of the earth, not to solely mark the sky. It's planted for the healing of the nation. It is only
who named it The Hill As Real, because that's where we lived. Everybody was there. We knew the hill was real. That was a real hill. But as far as making it famous, that was me that took it around the world.
In this jungle of society, only healing us can bring some means.
Let's go.
Make it long, make it plant of the earth. The soul of the sky, planted for the healing of the nation.
It is only occupation. Regular we make it.
But I did live in 430 since 1970. I was living in 430 since it was like the beginning. I like my family was the first ones that kind of moved into that building at 430 Saratoga, aka 4 Main. Salute. Shout out to my cousin Biz. Rest in peace, my aunt Brenda, my cousin Kevin. Salute my cousin Kevin and everybody else. Lived on the first floor. 430 Saratoga, apartment 1C. Great memories, but nah, I wouldn't want to go back there.
Gotta burn it till I'm on it. I gotta burn it till I evening. Light it like
yeah. I forgot who did that mural, but we shot that mural for the video as well.
If you want.
The Kears family was a large family, and then the Bazemores was a pretty big family. A salute to the Bazemore family. We had some big families in our building because everybody kind of lived together. Moses family had a big family. Shout out to Tree Breeze and my man Kev Moses, those guys. And we had a lot of big families in that building. A lot of big.
Burn it in the evening.
What's up? I knew Mal. I had a lot of love for Big Mal, but we weren't that close. But we had a lot of respect for him. But when he passed away, that was my reasoning for grabbing fame, because I knew that Slap was Malik's brother. I was concerned about him after his older brother passed away. He seemed like he was a little lost, and I was like, well, let me snatch him up and see what we can do with him to help him out. I was gonna give him a job, just working for me at that time. But then he said he could rap, so me, Silver D, shout to Silver D, Omar Epps, we took him to the Muse. And he started freestyling on it. We threw him on the stage and he freestyled. So I was like, all right, well, we're going to get you a record deal. So Silver D, they offered me a job at Select Records. I didn't want it. I gave it to my man Silver D. So you take the job, but then I gave him the cassette of How About Some Hardcore. And that's how we did the deal with Select Records. Shout out to Fred Mineo. Silver D, my man. Silver D of Kid Capri fame, Kingsbridge, you know what I'm saying? That's how that happened. Salute to Silver D.
It was born on King Solomon, when he was the wisest man in his days. Oh, I'm serious when I make no joke. Guns on the smoke and no.
Well, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, I didn't know what this was going to be. You know what I'm saying? This is God's plan, but I got to tell y'all, the way it worked out, it was great for me. As far as the career of the world famous MOP and all that stuff was a great situation. I done lost it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing music. I'm bugging. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, at the end of the day, we here now. Salute.
Hey, Dad, it's Dahlia. Congratulations on your new show. I know how you did, so don't be too rough on them. Love you and good luck. Bye.
Yeah, I'm just talking. Love you too, Mom.
Welcome to the Raw Perspective with your host, the incomparable Uncle Lays, a.k.a. Lays Elliott, a.k.a. Lazy Lays from the world famous.
We can't. Fame is so talented. I didn't know how talented he was until after we started making records.
Uncle Lays.
Good morning. What's up, y'all? Wow.
Yo, Lays is rock. Get in there and tell the people what it is, man. Let them know what this thing is all about.
Come on, man.
Information.
That's what we do. Good morning. Yeah, man. We were just vibing this morning. It was a good energy this morning, man. Telling stories about the hill and everything we had to go through. Y'all watch me go through all that stuff, man. It's crazy. You got new music, Mike B? Was before your time, Lays. It wasn't much happening before my time, brother. I'll tell you that. Not much happening before my time. I was before my time. That's all I'm saying. You're right about that. Good morning, y'all. Unks in the building. The morning emails, all you males and females, Reggae Wednesday. Boy, we got a lot to talk about today, man. You don't even understand how crazy it is today. All of the women right now, all the fraternities, all of the Kappa side, whatever, Kappa something. Boy, they going crazy this morning, boy. This Kamala. Oh my God. Kimberly, what's up? Oh my God, it's going crazy. It's crazy, Kimberly. Let me give Kimberly. What up, Kimberly? It's crazy right now. It's crazy right now. Oh my God.
It's crazy, Lays.
Mike B, what up, baby? I'm not even gonna do the monkey sounds this morning. I'm just gonna let that rock out. I'm gonna let that rock out. Look at the beautiful Kimberly Robinson. Good morning. Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning, Lays.
Oh my God, how you feeling this morning, Kim? It's crazy
Exhausted,
right now.
Exhausted.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, I just got to tell you, man. One thing, see, if I was an advisor for Donald Trump, right, I would be like, listen, I would tell him, yo, bro. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Duchess is definitely coming in today because she's gonna put some perspective to this later.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what Coco is, but we'll figure it out. We'll find Coco.
You know what? I know she's gonna be here because she was like on it. Okay, guys, debate time.
Let me find Coco. Oh man. Yeah.
Lays, it was exhausting.
Let me just say this to you, Kimberly. Oh man, you have to take some satisfaction in watching that man scramble, because I know y'all get satisfaction in watching us scramble when we stuck. That dude was stuck last night
many times.
Stuck. I know
you
what
watched it, Lays?
Yeah, I was in and out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was in and out of it front. But let me just say this to you. When he starts saying the Haitian migrants were eating the pets, I was like, she got this nigga that went crazy. This nigga that went crazy.
He said they're eating cats and rats and
I had told Donald, I said, Donald, say nothing about eat pets. I said, don't say nothing about it. What the hell? Beanie, I know Beanie right now is feeling it right now because she's loving.
I know you watch. I know she watched.
Yeah.
I know it.
You know, the real Mike C said Trump trashed her in the debate.
How, Mike?
Oh, what the hell, Mike?
We need these different perspectives
because we need them. But I mean, Mike, I don't know what you was watching last night.
Lays, let me tell you this though. This morning they did a poll on the Fox 5 News here.
Yeah.
And 55% said they believe Trump won the debate. I'm sitting here like, who in the hell?
Trump can't do no wrong on Fox. If it's Fox, yeah, what are you talking about? But then on another poll, it's 7% that she won the debate.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, we saw it, so we know.
I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna believe Mike B on my lying eyes. What the hell?
Rubbing it on your chest.
Rub it on your chest, Mike. Rub it on your chest, brother. It's okay. Rub it on your chest. That's the great thing about perspective. Everybody got. He said he's not getting into it. Go back and watch it again. Listen. It's not crazy. I watched. Listen, I watched it. First of all, let me explain something to you. I'm not the biggest Kamala Harris fan. I'm just letting you know right now. Personally, I'm not the biggest. I'm not a Kamala Harris fan. You know what I'm saying? I think she waffles a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But I watched it last night and I was trying to be objective. I was like, let me just be objective about the shit. Let me just watch it and see what it is. My man was just mad and he wasn't. She was throwing him off his game. See, that's what we're paying attention to. She threw the dude off his game. Now, the supposition, and I'll put it in a mic. I'm going to put the Mike B StreamYard in. So, Mike, I'm going to put the StreamYard in. You are welcome to come in here and voice your opinion, brother. Because I definitely like the opinions. Mike B, I'll put it in there for you. But the point I'm making, I watched her trash him and watched him lose his shit. Now, at the end of the day, she not Joe Byron. So he can't keep saying, why ain't you do it? Because she's the vice president. She's not the president. She can't. The president is the one responsible. She
but he knows this. But he knows this.
Yeah. You know, come on now. And at the end of the day, like that's like blaming Mike Pence for Trump.
That's right.
You can't blame Mike Pence for Trump. I had the conversation with my guys. You know, the bottom line is, y'all excuse the nonsense to the point, but see, we have a psychological aspect to the conversation that we have to always give the truth to. Men always have issues managing their emotions because they don't know how to. Y'all know how to manage. We have managed our emotions through comedy and aggression. You know what I'm saying? So when we can't beat it, we laugh about it.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the reality of the situation. So Trump couldn't get his shit off because she very systematically broke him down. And most of the problems that they inherited came from the Trump administration. They inherited those problems. Remember, the presidency is one thing. It's not like the presidency is not like every president in the world is different. The presidency is one continuous lineage, right? So Bush's problems is Barack Obama's problems, is Clinton's problem. Bush's problems is Clinton's problems, is Bush's problems, is Obama's problems, is Trump's problems, and now it's going to be Kamala Harris's problems. But, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It ain't like Trump was going to do something different. It's not that much of a swing. The presidency is the face of the country. And what she's given is the face of the country to women, which I think at this point, listen, let me tell you something. As masculine as I am as a man, I think at this point, giving the face as a woman is not a stretch. It was a stretch with Hillary Clinton, but it's not a stretch with Kamala Harris. Number one, she's intelligent. She knows how to get the job done. And she can't do shit. She can't do much more than what's happening right now.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, we have amnesia. That's why they laugh at us in Europe. Europe laugh at Americans, right? So you motherfuckers dumb as a motherfucker. You have amnesia. You didn't realize that you were stuck in your house during the Trump presidency.
Right.
You were stuck in your house. So what are you talking about? You was fighting for toilet paper. What? Did you forget? Y'all forgot that, didn't y'all?
You were watching the Puerto Ricans get hit in the head when he was throwing paper towels at them.
Damn Puerto Ricans, boy. I tell you, leave the Puerto Ricans alone. All right, we got black facts for us before we get this thing.
Well, today's black facts, we have two of them. First of all, I just want to share that I don't know how old she is, but Taraji P. Henson was born on this day. Taraji is one of the 100 most influencers in the country for young people.
Yes.
She went to school at North Carolina A&T, transferred to Howard University, where she is from, actually Washington, D.C.
Go ahead.
A lot of people don't know that Taraji is also the great granddaughter of the explorer, Matthew Henson, who first explored in Alaska, I believe it was North Pole, excuse me. So she is of, Matthew, she has a nice little lineage there. And she went on to star in many roles. I think her best role would be Cookie from Empire.
Yeah, Cookie from Empire, but also she was in Baby Boy with Tyrese. Yeah, she was in him. Yeah,
so Taraji P. Henson, shout out to her. You go on her Instagram page, wish her a happy birthday.
Also, in 2019, she played in the Civil Rights Act in The Best of Enemies. That was great too.
I never saw that.
Yeah, Best of Enemies. That's like it's like a civil rights activist kind of movie.
I think she also did Hidden Figures too about the.
She did Hidden Figures, and the last one was with Oprah. Where she had beef with Oprah. Remember, she was beefing with Oprah, right?
Was that because of the $5,000 that she only got paid?
Well, but other things she got paid for. But yeah. She also is an activist for artists getting paid. Black people getting paid in Hollywood. So she has a lot of, Taraji B, she's a good one. She's out there, man. So for more Black Facts, go to blackfacts.com. Let history be no mystery.
And, so speaking on 9/11, I think you spoke about it before when you were playing the music. So today is 9/11. I guess it's now I don't want to call it a holiday, but a day that Americans will never forget, because this is like the first terrorist act. A day of infamy. A day of infamy. My son was born in 2001, and he was a baby during 9/11. I was coming back I was in shooting craps in Atlantic City. And then
And then I'm not getting to the whole story. But anyway, I had to get back here, and the police had to drag me to allow me, because my area at the time was in Secaucus, right across the water, and you could spot a giant stadium. You could see the buildings burning from my area.
Yes.
And that was a terrible situation. Also, MOP, we was on touring. We had the two great songs that MOP had. Annie Up and Cold as Ice had just come out. And we were starting to get a lot of burn, and we had to go to Europe. So then that's when Billy took the boat, the Queen Mary too, him and Rock took the Queen Mary. I never forget it. It was $27,000 a piece, because they wanted to fly ambassador class, because they didn't want to go in the steerage shit, right? So they up there with Timberland boots eating quail and shit, and Rock is doing
more black facts. That's what we're talking
more black
about.
Facts. Facts. So those are real black facts. Anyway, so we did that, and then we went out and toured Europe for the first time with Annie Up and Cold as Ice, two big songs.
Check that out, Black Facts 9/11.
For more Black Facts, go to blackfacts.com. Let history be no mystery, because if it's a mystery, it will repeat itself. And Mike,
absolutely.
Mike,
we're talking about
it on your chest, Mike. Keep rubbing it on your chest, Mike.
We spoke about Black Facts. Now we'll talk about just a little American history. We were mentioning 9/11. They put down the towers. They also hit the Pentagon right here in our nation's capital.
Yes, they did.
They also landed in a patch of dirt in Pennsylvania. So, they actually wreaked havoc on that day.
Yeah, they did wreak havoc, but the passengers sacrificed themselves on that plane to save the DC area, because that plane was headed to DC to crash.
That's right. Well, it already hit DC, but it was coming. It was another one coming back behind it.
And those people, rest in peace to those people, because they actually fought the terrorists on the plane and crashed the plane. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you can do anything with a plastic knife. That's why you can't take them on the plane anymore.
Well, they got now we get regular. If you fly like Lays, who flies first class?
Unfortunately, we're all not Lays.
Get off that Spirit Airlines. That's all I'm saying.
But I will tell you, Lays, just a quick fun fact. Well, it's not a fun fact, but during 9/11, as that was happening, I actually had a friend at the time who was driving 18-wheelers, and I wanted to go that day. So we were actually in New York about 4:00 that morning. So they were unloading his truck, blah, 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 blah. And as we were coming back, I think it was like 7:30. We were going through the Holland Tunnel coming back to Baltimore.
Wow.
And we were listening to who was that in the morning? Was it Star and Buck Wild?
Yeah, Star and Buck Wild. Yeah, Star and Buck Wild.
We were listening to it, and all of a sudden traffic just stopped. And traffic was stopped. We couldn't go anywhere. And we looked back and we could see the towers on fire. Of course, we had no idea what the hell was going on.
Right.
But the police was trying to direct traffic because it was crazy at that point. And so what my friend did was just got on the shoulder just like everybody else, so we could just get on the turnpike, and keep coming down. Of course, it took us maybe 9 hours to get home from a trip that's normally 4 hours. And it was disgusting. I cried the entire time, not even understanding that it just happened in DC as well. So, that was a pretty traumatic day for a lot of people. I'll say me, because I was sitting right there in the traffic watching the towers burn.
Well, and before we move on from the towers, let me just say one thing. First and foremost, let me just tell you one thing. I'm gonna bring the Duchess in a few minutes, but before we move on, I just want to tell you, man, a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people, we didn't know what we were going to do. We were going to war, and I just take a second and a moment to really just think about those people that lost their lives in the Twin Towers, and really puts things in perspective. I know y'all got amnesia in the social media era where everybody forgets shit, and they don't realize that people are actually out there fighting and dying for the purpose for you to live free and live your life. So at the end of the day, this happens all the time. So I just want to take a second to salute, forget the politics, salute the military, the people out there in different countries fighting for the right for you to come in here and talk shit and swallow spit as it pertains to what's happening. All right. And those people rest in peace. The people that passed away in the towers, because it wasn't no color or political affiliation. Everybody just got killed. 3,000 people. So salute to those people that passed away. But before we bring the Duchess in, let me bring my man Mike DB in for a second. Hey Mike, what's up, man? How you doing, Mike B?
What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing?
Good morning, Mike.
Hey,
good morning.
Mike, listen, Mike, you my man, and I give you a lot of props, man. But I got to tell you, man, I watched that thing last night.
Yeah, I was on and off of it too.
Yeah, I watched that thing last night, and let me just say something to you, man. So,
listen.
Kamala did it, man. She did it to him last night.
Look. It's on who it. Look, what's her name?
Kamala.
Her name
Kamala. There it is. I wanted to call her like Carmela or something.
Kamala.
I'm sorry.
We got to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? We don't.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get the name messed up. I'm not here to disrespect anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's not joking. Whether this person's going to run the country, okay? Supposedly.
Right.
All right. Well, their people are going to run the country. They're going to be the front runner. Hey, look, we're pretty.
Exactly. That's what we understand.
That's what's going to happen.
Right.
But you know, it doesn't really matter to me who becomes president because you know, you already know my thing. Like our votes don't matter. Presidents are selected, not elected. That whole thing is just to make us feel like we've got. Listen, the best kind of prisoner is the kind that doesn't know they're in prison. All right.
There you go. Well, you know, listen, before I go, and listen, we all go, our opinions are something that we can have to ourselves, but let's explain to you the power of having, you know, this is when Barack Obama was elected president, I didn't really feel that he was the president of just black people. You understand what I'm saying? I felt he was a president of the country. When Trump, I was never a fan of Donald Trump. But when he became president, I said, well, let me respect the office. So if you notice, I started respecting the office as opposed to the man. You know what I'm saying? Because the men are flawed. It was the office that I respected. And this situation,
that's where I was too. I didn't like Donald Trump back, you know, from the press. Like, you know, whatever. Like, I didn't hate the man, but then okay, cool. Now he's our president. Whatever.
And if Kamala Harris wins, I'm going to respect the office, but also what it represents for women. And as we talk about the lives that women live in this country, it does represent showing that a woman could be the president of the United States, and also shows that a black woman could be the president of the United States, which is a big thing. And it means something. The symbolism of a black woman being president of the United States, or a mixed woman, or whatever, a mixed race, whatever the case may be, I think that means a lot. And I think that's a very powerful statement as far as how far this country has come for where we used to be. Because listen, at the end of the day, black women were treated like dish rags in this country for a very long time. And bed warmers and dish rags. And at the end of the day, to be able to step through all of that, to be where she is today, is a powerful statement and is a representation of that little 5-year-old, 6-year-old black girl that said, I could actually be something. And I'm not going to be mansplained by my life. Listen, men have run this country for so many years, and there's great advancements in what we've done, but we got to share it a little. Nothing wrong with sharing that space a little bit, because women have a lot to add to this country from a leadership space, and a lot of times there's a bigger breadth of emotion that we can actually put together when having women involved in the leadership cast in this country. They've evolved to that space. I'm not saying that they're going to be that much better than every guy at the end of the day, but they're going to add something different. Mike be left. Yeah, Mikey's gone. Anyway, Thursday, Fat Man Scoop dedication at the Apollo Theater. I will be there live. BT will record it. Shout out to my man Sean C. A lot of celebrities be in the house. We're going to be there showing our love to the Fat Man Scoop. Rest in peace to that brother. We love you, man. Thank you. Now let's bring to the stage my beautiful Duchess.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Duchess. By the way, Kimberly, Duchess is at the compound. So we have a little separation anxiety this week. She, the Duchess is working. You know what I'm saying? Out there working, she's doing a thing, and let's bring Mike B in for a second because I'll bring Mike B back to the stage to hang out with us. Mike B's gone. See, Mike, you need a woman to help you with that internet, by the way. Anytime I'm having problem with my stuff, she said, baby, calm down. She'll get this covered. so anyway, Deandra Harmony.
Yes.
Host of Illuminated Truth and author, mother, cancer survivor, all the great things that she's been able to do in her life. And now the boss of all bosses and the queen in the Harmony Elliott regime. How about that? How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Very special.
Yeah, very special. Very special. It's okay, Mike B. But listen, so babe, can I just say, did you and Kimberly, first of all, Kimberly, give me your impression on what you felt last night watching Kamala deal with Donald Trump last night. Give me your impression. I heard Mike B's feeling.
I saw her fight through her nerves a little bit because that was her first time being there. And that was actually her first time meeting Donald Trump. So I will say from the beginning, I was impressed by her because when they walked on the stage, she walked over to him and introduced herself to him. I am Kamala Harris. And he was like, yeah, So she impressed me from the very beginning because when you don't know someone, the best thing to do is introduce yourself. And then let's go ahead and go toe to toe. I also thought she did a great job with listening to the lies and stopping herself from trying to interrupt, which I knew she wanted to do. So I was pretty impressed with Kamala.
All right, we don't have to get into Donald Trump is a special kind of guy. He is an individual that does what he does. Very special kind of guy. He does what he does, and there's not always. He doesn't always tell the truth, but he doesn't always tell the truth.
And he had slobber and stuff coming from his mouth. He was just spitting and slobbering.
But also, let me just be respectful and say that all politicians lie. So they're all lying. So at the end of the day, we got to accept the fact that they're politicians. So those
were special kind of lies.
Haitians, the Haitian migrants eating the pets I thought that was fun. Anyway, let's get to the Duchess this morning. Duchess, I got music for you. I got some music for the Duchess today, by the way, when she comes in. Let me stop. I gotta make sure we get the right fanfare. Anytime the beautiful Deandra Harmony comes in, Harmony from the Harmony compound and Harmony Elliott Foundation, when she comes in, I got to give her flowers. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the compound near Dallas, Texas, the beautiful, the lovely Deandra Harmony.
Namaste.
You like that?
I love that.
AKA the Duchess. There you go. See that? Hey, Mike B, you like that? You gotta celebrate.
I like that. We're not worthy.
Yeah, you gotta celebrate the Duchess.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, babe, you watched it last night, right?
I saw the highlights. I was actually getting back to that separation anxiety last night. I had to throw myself a concert in order to pour my emotions into something healthy. So I threw on a black leather Tina Turner dress and grabbed one of your mics and turned up in the room and had a lot of fun before I fell asleep. So I did not watch it. I did watch the highlights this morning, though.
Hi, Deandra. I just was wondering if in that black leather, could you actually bring that back with you so we can see what that looks like?
I can bring that back to New York. I can bring it back.
We need proof.
Listen, shut up. What's wrong with you, boy? I have a picture of it. I actually have a picture of that. I don't want to show that. I don't want to show that picture. Anyway, it was cool. It was no. She was just being Tina Turner for a minute. And let me tell you something. For those that don't know, I DJ. We have a DJ party in my house all the time. So we'll be in the party. She'll be working, and I just bust out and start spinning, playing music. So, so she's used to that. She's used to the party. She likes to play. All right, we like to play.
Very
all right, so Duchess, let's get back to business here, because we are talking about, because Mike B just gave us his understanding of what happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mars, Venus, and all planets in between. We are talking about one thing that we saw from two entirely different perspectives. And I can see where Mike B's talking about how Trump was getting at her a little bit here and there. But then I also have trained myself to understand the other perspective, the woman's perspective on how this works. And I started to see, oh yeah, she got him. She got him. She got him bugging right now. Because we don't handle, our emotions don't allow us to handle that kind of pressure, because we fight or laugh about it. That's what, men are very simple beings. We fight, laugh, you know what I'm saying? That's how we handle it. But you guys have such a breadth and range of emotion that allows y'all to process information and deal with it. Can you explain what you saw last night and how you interpreted it?
Absolutely. So, excuse me, first and foremost, Kimberly, to your point, when she went over to introduce himself, she literally had to corner him because he was avoiding her. He didn't even want that introduction.
Right.
Secondly, then as she spoke, what she would do is she would be very factual and direct, because there were some nerves, and she's on a world stage now in a way that she hadn't been, even though she's the vice president.
Right.
But she would speak directly to facts. And then at the end, she would always leave a little bit of bait for him to respond to, and he would swim right up to that bait and then take the bait and be completely derailed, because to your point about emotions, here's the thing: men are not simple. Men are emotional beings that don't know how to process their emotions, because we live in a world that says men don't get to process emotions. Men don't get to have emotions other than anger and comedy, humor. And so because of that, because they tell themselves, I don't feel that, then they don't know how to express it. And a lot of women don't have emotional intelligence. They simply emote. And so then that becomes a back and forth that really kind of breaks down our society in general. So what happened is, because she was so present and has emotional intelligence and has been in a position where she's going up against very powerful men on a regular basis and had to be able to communicate effectively and stay with the moment, she was able to address things that he could not even fathom. He couldn't even get to a point where he could communicate like that. And here's what happens. This happens, to me, that was a microcosm of what happens in homes around this world every day.
Wow.
For this reason, we have the UN reports that a woman is killed on this planet every 11 minutes by a man that she knows and loves. Wow. That is a fact. And so why is this? Because if you are emotional, because all emotion is energy in motion. We as humans are energetic beings. We only function because of the electromagnetism within our body. And when that dies, we literally die. So if you are
before you step through, and I hate to step in here, but let me not gloss over what you just said. You just said that every 11 minutes, a woman is killed on this planet by a man. Every 11
minutes. A man that she knows and loves.
And then she said facts. I want to see the statistics.
These are the statistics. You can go right on the UN. You can go on. All you have to do is Google it.
But where are those numbers? Yeah, but where I'm saying is, where are those numbers coming from? It's like we never know for sure. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying it's probably about the same for women killing men every 11 minutes. So it's probably every 20 minutes.
Unfortunately, you're wrong.
Women can usually hold a little longer with their stuff than men can.
Okay, let me be clear. Let me be absolutely clear. The biggest predator on the planet for a woman is a man. And the biggest predator on the planet for a man is another man. Men kill. And 81,000 women were killed this is 2021. These are stated facts. You can find them. This is not made up. 81,000 women were killed in 2021 by a man that she knew and loved. It's not these random killings that people want to believe is happening.
let's just accept that everyone comes here with the ability to state things, and everything that we state on the show, we're able to look it up. We don't make it up. You can look it up. So if that's what you're saying, and Dutchess the Duchess is speaking facts based on data points. We use data to bring the facts. Then we have to do it. Now, if we don't want to believe it, then that's another thing. But if you're reading data, and you find these facts and data points, then we have to. Yeah.
I don't do the whole male facts thing. Like, I don't do anything that segregates one person from another. I don't care about their race, sex, whatever, man. Like, we're all people. Like, people can learn how to function. And so just like I have issues, right? Everyone told me to learn how to act in public, but I've got like mental disability and whatnot, physical. So I'm like, cool. So I'm not allowed to use my stuff to make everybody around me walk on eggshells. I need to learn how to function in public, okay, yes. and in a society. And if I can't do that, then I should keep myself the hell inside. I'm not, and I'm not debating with you. I get it, and
that's the difference between facts and feelings. So you have to understand something, and I think that is a microcosm of the point that she just made. What she just made was, you said, you're talking, this is the way I feel, and she's saying these are facts. Facts and feelings aren't the same thing. So
if I can interject really quick. Yeah. Sometimes, because of the world of the internet these days, everybody has access to data. Everyone. We have to understand, or we have to find out which data is reputable, because we have a lot of data out there that's put out by people who are researching all around the world. It's just a lot of different data out there. So find the most reputable one, and then, use that data. However, these days, because I'm going to use Trump in this instance, because Trump has gotten us all on the fake news. We question everything because of the data that we're receiving. Where did you get this information? Was it USA Today? Was it Fox? Was it NPR? Was it the UN News? Which one was it? So everyone nowadays has their thought on what is actually reputable.
Let's go on the presumption. But first of all, let me just say this to you about the Duchess. She's very intelligent, and she doesn't really speak. She thinks about everything she says. So if she says it, I can almost 100%, 1,000% guarantee that it comes from a source that is reputable. And so we can move forward. Go ahead, baby.
Well, and to that end, I don't just take my information from one source. That to me wouldn't make any sense. So anybody can go and look this data up. It's not hidden. It is there and available in plain sight. And the fact that we don't like it is one thing, but facts don't have feelings. And this is part of the reason why this femicide, which is what it is continuing, because we don't want to deal with what's actually happening. And so I do want to share this, honey, you and I were talking about this yesterday, and part of it is, and I hear you, Dr. D. Nice. Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of data, but the reason why a lot of abuse is allowed to continue, and not just abuse by men, by women too. Okay, so this is a human thing, but a lot of the reason why it's allowed to continue is because we silence ourselves. We say nothing about it. We pretend like it's not actually happening, or that it didn't happen, and we just go on with our lives. And as a result, we stuff it down. We pretend like we suppress our feelings and our emotions, and then it explodes in a way that you don't know how to handle it. This is the problem with not having emotional
let me be respectful to our sister, Dr. D. Nice. Dr. D. Nice is notorious for not knowing things, but notorious for knowing things, but not knowing things that doesn't align with her politically. So when it doesn't align with her politically, she don't know. I didn't know that, but she knows what she knows. So that, and I find that happens a lot, especially on the spectrum of politics, or even just data points. We know a lot about what we think we know, but what we don't know, we don't want to hear it, as opposed to maybe just looking it up ourselves. So Dr. D is an actual microcosm of that particular fact. And I see that happen with her. I see that happen with our good friend Randy James. Anytime we bring him facts about the plight of black people or anybody else in this country, they always go, I didn't know that. But, and I see that even with a lot of my white friends, they're like, I didn't know that, but I'm telling you, this is what's been happening. But because it doesn't align with how we feel, again, facts and feelings, we always go, we didn't know that, as opposed to just looking it up yourselves and just finding out reputable data point sources, which are they got a lot of bullshit out there, but they got really good reputable data point data links that you can actually look up and see the actual numbers based on not just government numbers. They have outside agencies that actually put real numbers up because they do surveys on what's happening out there. Go ahead, babe. You can continue.
Absolutely. And here's the challenge. When you choose to be willingly ignorant, which is what many people do because they don't want to hear about stuff that they don't feel good about, then these things are allowed to continue and we can't progress as a society. So if what we were doing was working, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in. So that, like, again, back to the family. If in your family things aren't working, things are dysfunctional, and you don't do something about them consciously, what makes you think they're going to change? They're only going to continue and or get worse. And so, you know, I've heard a lot of times people say, you know, well, this just runs in my family. This just runs in my family. I have a mindset, yeah, it ran in my family until it ran into me, because I'm here to heal and change. I want to teach my children how to actually deal with their feelings, how to actually show up for themselves, how to actually be present. And in order to do that, I have to do that. I have to be that. I can't teach what I don't know.
One way of doing that is not demonizing men.
I'm not demonizing. Hey, listen, I am the biggest lover of men. I have a very masculine man. Nobody's demonizing anybody. I'm stating a fact. And it's being, you're characterizing it as a demonization.
No, I'm just like, I'm going to have to go, like, because I don't know where the numbers came from. Even if I go look at the numbers and then look at another resource for those numbers and then so on and so forth, I don't know where those numbers came from. You know, like I just, you know, I wasn't here along like 300 years ago. None of that stuff. I understand everybody's different, but I don't do the whole. I don't get into it, man. I treat everybody the way I want to be treated, you know, and I feel like that's how it should be.
In that pothole, because the men and women, the relationship between men and women is one thing that's serious, but it is a microcosm of what we're dealing with today. So even with that statistic that she's talking about, that the Duchess is talking about, she's actually speaking to something as it actually resonates as to why we find it hard to vote for Kamala Harris or somebody like that, because of our natural inclination to believe that a woman couldn't do the job for some reason. And so when she starts talking about that, that is a further way, a description of it. But if you bring it home, it is our own programming that we're learning to evolve out of that programming. And I think that's what it is. I think we're programmed to think a certain way and we don't understand how to evolve with our programming. So go ahead, because I know you're not getting stuck there.
I feel like a woman could run the country. You know, I'm not saying that.
I don't want us to be stuck there. Go ahead, Duchess. Keep going.
Well, and again, kind of coming back to what makes it difficult to even have these conversations is when people personalize the information and then they want to defend it versus actually opening your heart and opening your mind and listening to what the other person is saying and allowing for some space that maybe there's a possibility that I simply don't know and I'm learning new information. And could that shift? Because progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their minds can't change anything. That is how it works.
Are we ready for Congress to be president?
We are absolutely ready because we as a society are looking at what has been and saying this isn't working and we need to change. And what I love about having a woman in leadership is women ask different questions than men do. And it's not to say that men are wrong or bad or not enough or what or any of those things. This is not about, I am a mother of a man and I am very much deeply in love with a man and I work with men every single day. So it's not about putting men down. It's that we see a different perspective. Lays and I just had a conversation yesterday about a man that we know who is married and who is apparently engaging in a relationship outside of his marriage. And we're just kind of discussing it a little bit, just on a high level, the merits of it. And, we could refer to the man, if we chose to, as a womanizer, but the woman would be referred to as a whore or a homewrecker. And why is that? Because the shame is bared by the woman. It's put on the woman because the woman has a different type of perspective in our society and in the home, in the family. So once we kind of at least get to a point of neutrality and say, hey, guess what? Women are actually human too. They're just as human as men are. And it's not to say that one is better than the other. It's to say that until we can come together and just respect one another enough to have conversations and recognize we both have different points of view. Once we can do that, then we can get a broader scope of what's actually happening and do something different together.
Anthony Barnes says, hold on one second, guys. Anthony Barnes says every woman, has any other country had a woman as a president? Yes, they have. In England, we have women prime ministers all over the world. Women have been in leadership positions all over the world in different ways, different phases, and different situations. So this is not a new concept. It's new in this country that a woman could be. Yeah.
Let me just share that everybody has a right to their feelings because we have them.
Yeah.
So you feel what you feel. You ask yourself why you feel these things. This is important. You have to continue to ask questions. Why do I feel this way? What put me in this position? And once you answer those questions, then you remove your feelings from that. And then you start looking at the facts instead of feelings. So I understand where both of you, Mike and Deandra, is coming from, because we are also living in a world of conspiracy theorists at all times because of how things are happening or how things have been run in this country. So I can understand where Mike is coming from.
The programming bombards.
So yeah, but the thing is, as Deandra is saying, facts are facts. You can't dispute facts. You cannot dispute facts. They are what they are. However, our feelings are valid as well. But once we get over the feelings, that's when we can actually accept what the facts actually are.
Yeah, listen, I mean, first of all, let me say this to you, because we are definitely going into a situation where it's going to be a norm. When Hillary Clinton was running for president, that was such a far-fetched thing that a woman could actually be president of the United States, that people actually gravitated to whatever negative things that she had. Now, if you sit there and look at the negativity in what Hillary was going through versus the negativity that Trump was going through, her shit was really kind of small in comparison to what Trump was going. I mean, listen, he was convicted of rape, you know what I'm saying, and all kinds of shit, like, you know, at the end of the day, and then incited an insurrection to where people actually attacked their own country. So you couldn't even do this. Had a woman done this or a black man done this, the black man would have been strung up and hung in jail, and the woman would have been ostracized. But at the end of the day,
can I say this as well? Last night, Donald Trump blamed Nancy Pelosi and Mayor Muriel Bowser of D.C. for the insurrection. He actually blamed those two for the insurrection instead of
that's a wrong fact. When we did the fact on that, she was not having a history of locking up black men in armed. No,
she did not.
That's enough. That's a false.
Continue to say this. See, this is the problem. We've said this numerous times on this show, and the fact that I won't call names or anything, but the fact that he didn't go back and fact check what we were saying on the show, yet he continues to say she locked everybody up. This is why everyone is still in their feelings, moving from feelings as from moving from factual things. So
these
are the things that we have to do. If I don't believe what you're saying, then my job is to find out for myself using reputable sources on what is true and what is not true. That is not true about Ms. Harris. It's just not. But I was mentioning.
Let me get to something real quick. Okay, so Duchess, you know, you came off this morning, and basically when we looked at this conversation, and Mike B speaks. The great thing about what Mike B said, he speaks like men think. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we hear a woman say these kind of things, we immediately personalize it.
Mm-hmm. Defensive.
And we start to feel as if you're being defensive. My question is, what would make you an expert in life experience to make you, I mean, what experiences have you gone through in life that can get you to this point where you can not only look up the data, but actually sit there, digest it, and then give us the data based on your personal life experience as well as what the data speaks to?
Absolutely. So with that in mind, I mean, I will share something deeply personal that I've never spoken about publicly. I've never spoken about this, but excuse me, when I was 14 years old, and I just want to put out a trigger warning for anyone listening. When I was 14 years old, my stepfather attacked me and tried to rape me. He molested me, and then he tried to rape me. I was able to fight him off. Ultimately, the police were called, and I was taken to jail, or, down to the jail with him, and had to sit there and write out everything that happened. And then they came in and questioned me. Did this happen? Did this happen? They're trying to figure out if I'm lying or not. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I have no one. I'm sitting there by myself. My mother isn't with me. Nobody's there. And he is in another room vehemently denying that he did anything. Well, eventually he admitted that he did. And he then was taken to jail. I was returned to my mother's house, and my mother said to me, I don't know what happened, but he's obviously very sick, and I married him in sickness and in health. So you're going to need to leave the house. And so she put me out of the house at age 14, and I've been on my own since then. And so for 30 years, my family has not spoken about it. We all pretend like it never happened, other than family members who told me, and these were their literal words, multiple family members, listen, you're going to have to do what Jesus did and forgive, because he can't help it. He's just a man. Look at you. You're beautiful. What was he supposed to do? It was literally told to me. And so I know from experience directly, the only reason why these things are able to continue to happen is because we don't want to talk about it. We'd rather talk about the weather or traffic than deal with what's actually happening. And so what happened to that little girl? She had to learn how to get through life and raise herself because nobody was willing to take responsibility for what actually happened.
A lot alike, you know that.
I'm sorry?
That you and I are kind of a lot alike, you know that.
We are way more alike than we are different. All of us are. That is the point.
Our differences is just what makes us unique. You know, we all go through the same things in life, you know, different circumstances, different strokes for different folks, but borderline same things, you know, love, finances, shelter, family, all that. Absolutely. And I looked that up. I looked that number up. You said 45,000 every 11 minutes by a man related to that.
No. I said one killing every 11 minutes is the equation.
One killing every 11 minutes by a man that is related to that woman. That's what it said.
That they know, you looked it up.
Yeah.
Thank you for looking that up.
It said by a relative, because I wanted to know. It said by a relative, and that's why I'm just like, people are sick, man. Look, I'm not here to talk about me, but
the fact of the matter is that Mike B, you actually looked it up and actually ratified what you were saying.
Yeah,
so I mean,
I didn't want to debate about it, bro. The debate was last night. We're here to talk. You know?
No. But the great thing about having Mike B on, Mike B is suicide survivor. Obviously, he's still here. Tried to commit suicide.
SMA survivor. You know, we're rocking out, man. We've been there. You know, we grew up with no support, whatnot. We're here. We're here today.
Not only a cancer survivor, also not only a cancer survivor, but a survivor of trauma, which, and I know Coco said this went left, but it didn't go left because it speaks to the microcosm of what we're dealing with in society and why we have so many differences. And the fact that we can't talk about it is the same reason why we feel inherently blocked to thinking about this woman as being the president of the United States. It's a foreign concept to us, and we can't adapt to it because we have other things and triggers that are causing us to believe that that's something that's foreign to us. Just like us believing that Trump couldn't be president was foreign to us, and then he actually was president. At the end of the the day, and I'm not an anti-Trump guy. At the end of the day, the president is just a figurehead of who's in the country. But I'm also warming up to the idea if she's qualified, a qualified woman can be president of the United States, because at the end of the day, you guys go through so much shit that we don't even understand, but we just throw a broad brush at the women as opposed to stopping for a second and dealing with it. Kimberly's another person that went through some real serious trauma in her life that has to go through it, that she's able to share with us constantly. So first of all, babe, I know this story. The fact that you're able to tell the story this morning about your stepfather, to me, I got to commend you, because that we're not going to gloss over that moment and allow you to tell that story. And I'm just honored that you would tell that story on this platform. And that alludes to the strength that I know that you have and that what you go through, because based on that, then you would hate men for the rest of your life, and we could have never gotten together based on the way that lines up. You know what I'm saying? The guy that you trusted tried to harm you as a young teenager, as a preteen. So
that when she went home to the person who birthed and nurtured her did the same thing. And so, with that, from one survivor to another, I applaud you for the strength and the courage that you had as a child, as a 14-year-old child, with not the intelligence that she actually needs to go out and take care of herself in a world without anyone that loves her. That deserves to be put out there as well. So I appreciate the story, and I'm glad to see that you've evolved into this beautiful, intelligent woman that you are now. And
we lead with ignorance. And Mike, I'll get you to a second. We lead with ignorance, but let me tell you something. There was a situation where we were together. We lead with ignorance, right? That's what we do, right? So there was a situation where people we think are smart. We were at an event, I think at a golf outing event, and then we were sitting there, and there was somebody that we really respected, like this person, like a superintendent, not a superintendent, but like a chancellor, like somebody high level woman, a black woman. Didn't really know her. She walked up to me and the Duchess and was really like being disrespectful and rude and calling her out and all kinds of shit. And I was like, we don't even know you, lady. What is you talking about? Like normally the old ladies, if Fox was alive, Fox would have probably slapped her. And the old ladies was like, bitch, I'll slap fire at you. But at the end of the day, I have learned to be evolved. So we looked at her and said, you know what? She don't know who she talking to. So let's keep it moving. We lead with such ignorance to the point where we don't even understand. And then the people that was supposed to protect us, like the people that I was down with at the time. Here, calm down. Rub it on your chest. There you go. The people that I was down with at the time, they stood there and watched it, and they didn't say anything. Nobody ever. That changed, amongst other things, that changed the way I look at those people. I don't even rock with those people no more. I stay over here now. I'm on my business. You'll never get me back fucking with y'all again. Because at the end of the day, we allow ignorance to lead the way we do things.
That's how we were taught, though.
Yeah, and to sit there and be a part of that, like, and I have to apologize to the Duchess, because I'm like, yo, we be letting people talk crazy, so you don't say nothing crazy to my Duchess around me, because you might get these hands, and these coma hands is real.
Well, listen, the fact of the matter is, just from falling in love with you, I've had to go through trial by fire. People have had such vitriol towards me, as if, baby, it's not your fault, because you're simply existing, but the fact is that I have had to deal with a great amount of hatred towards me just because you and I are together. And a lot of it is coming from other women. And it's like, hey, listen, guess what? The fact that maybe you had a thing for him and y'all didn't get together and whatever, that don't have nothing to do with me. Take your feelings and deal with them. You don't need to project them onto me.
Mike B. I'm sorry, baby. Mike B. Don't worry about it, baby. We got them. Don't worry about it. Mike B.
All I was going to do was offer my apologies to Miss Duchess here. If it felt like I was coming at her neck or trying to just rebuttal anything she was saying, like, no, I'm not, I'm I like the conversation, the back and forth, and arguing is one thing I don't do. Like I said, the debate was last night. We're just here talking and vibing. It's cool.
But this is open to change the discussion. So the point I'm making is that, and I know that y'all don't see where I'm going. Remember,
a woman can run this country. I believe a woman could. Yes.
And I'm making
Kamala,
this.
I don't know.
Okay, well that's fine. That's great to have your opinion. But the point I'm making, I want y'all to understand something. The point I'm making this point, and the reason why even this conversation, as Deandra is sharing something very personal with us, the point I'm making is that we got to throw some of the preconditions away. We walk into shit with preconditions without opening our mind up to what the potential could be. You know what I'm saying? The preconditions are what they are, but the potential is every day. I know Mike B now. I never would have known Mike B had not I started this platform. Kimberly Robinson and I may have never reconnected on this spiritual level, on this spiritual space. And me and the Duchess, because of something I started with my brother, Breezy, and then 4 years later, as I was moving to the end of it, I was actually on my way finishing up saying, hey, you guys got me go off and do other things I'm doing. As Duchess would have connected had I not opened my mind up to doing something that I never done before. And at the end of the day, if we continue to open our mind up, then it's not a far-fetched for Kamala Harris to be president of the United States, whatever the case may be, whether or not you like her or not. That's just the opinion of each individual person. But opening your mind up to certain situations is very important. Had I not opened my mind up to going back to my neighborhood, I was already out of my neighborhood. I was already out of Brownsville. We talked about that earlier. I had already was successful, had my own things going on, owned my own house, owned 2 houses, had cars with, a whole lot of money in the bank, doing my own thing. And then it was open myself up to go back to my neighborhood to go check out somebody who had lost their brother is why you guys hear about the world famous MOP. That's why you hear about it. That's why it's out here. Because we open our mind up to doing things. And I think that that's very important that you do that. And so if we start to open our mind up to a woman being president, then it wouldn't be such a hard foreign concept. And we stop looking at ways to shame them for life experiences. We do a lot of women shaming for life experiences. I see it happen all the time. I see it happen on the internet. We shaming women like we against y'all. We not against y'all. And we can't blame y'all for having life experiences or being a 15, 16-year-old girl that doesn't have the emotional intelligence to understand that sex is not the way to ease that pain that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be smart about it. And we, as elders, as people who have knowledge of self, you got to now put that knowledge out there. Maybe Dame Dash's teeth falling out isn't the biggest story. You know what I'm saying? Right now, there's another story out there that a lot of women that are out there suffering that are getting shamed for acting out of the suffrage. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? V Parked. What up, baby? Anyone give you probably need to call me. I got your back, sis. There you go. There you go.
Hey, Lays, I want to interject as well. I actually enjoyed this discussion here because without Mike sharing how he felt, we wouldn't be in a position, one, to hear Deandra's story, also to hear Mike's story as well, and why in this country we battle so much because we are feeling. I also want to share this as well. First, Deandra, I have your back. So I want to say I appreciate your presence with Lays. I appreciate your presence with me. I also appreciate Mike sharing this because everyone has to understand your feelings are one thing, but the fact that he actually got offline and went and researched this himself and actually came back and said, I saw what you shared and I can agree with this. Not that he's agreeing, but that he actually did the work.
Did the work himself and didn't get into an emotional space first. He said, let me go look this up.
That's
but when he looked it up, like, okay, I actually found this out and then was able to come back like
That's
Excuse me, ladies. Like a man, I'm gonna be a man about everything I do. And like a man to come back and say, you know what, you were right. You were right. I do it all the time. I'm wrong a lot.
For a Kamala Harris,
wrong, man.
We are now evolved to do this.
Yeah. D-Parks, good morning, brother. We having a real good discussion. We laugh and joke all the time, but we having a great discussion.
Good morning, Parks.
Yeah, two things. My daughter lives in Jersey, going to school in Brooklyn, so I got to track her time and make sure she gets there on time.
Right.
And then my oldest daughter celebrating her 23rd birthday today.
Congratulations.
So I'm going a little late.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I don't know where y'all are in this, but when I came on, Deandra, Duchess, let me tell you something. Yo, Lade's my brother from another mother. I love him. I'll go to war with Lade for anything, right? I see the love that he has for you, and more importantly, I see the love you have for him. And together, y'all glow. And I think y'all giving each other the best of each other. If anybody has a problem with that, they're haters, they're ignorant, and need to go get a life.
Yeah.
And if anybody you feel problem or threatened anything, I'm gonna make sure, Lade, give her my number. I'm dead serious. Yo, if you around, like I move around a lot. You got any problems, yo, call my name out.
Hey, Duchess, just understand, Brooklyn got your back, Duchess.
Thank you. Thank you. No, that means a lot to me. Thank you.
Person, you know what I'm saying? And I felt your energy. Like, my girl loves you. Like, she's like, yo, your boy's girl is super dope. Like, don't let none of these people infiltrate what y'all have in any way from a factor. Even if it makes you feel mad at, them, like, don't even give them no energy. Like, don't do that.
It was crazy. That's cool. It's crazy, but we good on it, man. It's all right. But because I be dealing with bullshit all my life, so I'm lazy. It's lazy, the world famous MOP, so it's good. But I felt bad for her because she walked into the shit and she got hit with people that's supposed to be close to us. That was even her own friends was being disrespectful. It was crazy.
That's how it goes.
It's crazy. I was like, shit, it's crazy.
For that reason. Right, I don't post a lot of pictures of me and my girl. Like if people see us out, they see us out. But I don't do that. But listen.
Nah, but let me tell you something. I did it reverse. That's why I posted all the pictures.
I know.
Because I was like, fuck y'all. Who y'all playing with? You fucking with me? You want to fuck? You want to go to war? You want to go to war? Let's go to war. Fuck y'all. Who want it? Who want it?
Right.
Tell them to ante up. Tell them to ante up, bro.
Y'all want to go to war? Who you fucking with? I went to war with everybody. You think I'm gonna worry about you, punk motherfuckers? Don't fuck with me.
That left hand is like a dead arm.
Hey, listen, that left hand is real serious now. Don't fuck with me. You want to go to war? Don't fuck with me or mine. If it comes to Billy Fame, any of the world famous MOP, do not fuck with us. You want to go to war? Fuck it. Turn up. Monkey shit. Oh, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
That should always be classic.
And hide your cats and dogs from the Haitians.
I wonder why he didn't say Asians, though. Is that what he was trying to say?
I think he was trying to say the Asians. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, mother. Boy, Fox was around with nuts on him. God bless my sister. Fox.
Yeah, and then I'm going through the chat here, right, too. Like, let me say this.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris was the the DA.
Yeah.
Like, DAs don't lock people up. Police lock people up. And if you do your research, Mr. Atkins, like, she didn't lock up a bunch of black men. She was actually trying to help and save them. Like, stop doing the what do you call sound bites and going on that, man. Right. It's a whole world of education out there that you can look and research and find out what the truth is, man. Right. And then for immigration, he had the immigration bill. They was ready to have it done, and he made phone calls and told them not to sign it. He didn't want to give them help. And he wanted to be in office and wanted to be the one that saved it. Like, what kind of person does that? former presidents. Remember Jimmy Carter went and made something happen and helped them out because he was a former president. He didn't want to be in office to do something. Like if you love your country, you love your country.
Come on, baby.
Do what you have to do.
Right thing. That's
Come
right.
on, come on,
Right.
come on, Parks. Let them know, Parks.
Yes.
There is no profit in being dumb, okay? There's no profit in being dumb.
I'm gonna say this for everybody. Fuck Donald Trump and anybody that's riding with him.
D Parks, everybody. Parks, I'll hit you later, man. That's D Parks, everybody. We love Parks. Do you know what I'm saying? No, listen. That's what I'm saying, man. We love it. Listen, we love the bullshit. We love the war. We love the laughs. But also, this is an information situation. We give information and we speak the truth in situation. Yeah, the DC, you can hand out indictments. Yes, that's the job of a DA. But first of all, niggas, stop doing crime. How about that? How about y'all stop doing crime? Okay,
could you stop doing crime? Picking black people off the street.
Thank you, D Park. Thank you, D Park. Beanie, look at Beanie. Beanie said, "Thank you, D Park." But listen, the point I'm making, I know Beanie's got to go to work. Beanie's leaving soon. But the point I'm making, this is a great show today, by the way. First of all, babe, I just want to say, hi, this is Lindsay. I just want to say one thing to Deandra.
Yes, Lindsay.
What do you want to say to Deandra? Hold on. Let me just say this to you. Deandra. All I have to say is that I'm just so glad that Mike B rubbed it on his chest and got that information about him. All right. Now, get out. We had to get into the conversation some kind of way. No,
you're a fool, bro.
Park said, did he just get
So, thank you guys for having me. It's always
Mike's got new music, and we love you, Mike. Mike's our dude, man. We love Mike B, and it's been great having you, Mike. We let Mike go, man. Rub it on your chest. And Mike, send a link for your new music so we can put it up there and be out there. Mike, again, a solid dude. And just remember, we all don't have to see everything the same way, but as long as we're willing to holler about it and have good conversations and everything, then we can always have these conversations, and they're always productive. We're not yelling at each other. We're talking to each other. We're building. Back to the days of the Cypher, Peace Nation of Gods, and that love to Cypher. Mike B. Make sure you holler at the new real Mike B. His music is out there. Make sure you go get it. Support Mike D. B. Have a great day. Beanie, don't go nowhere. Hold on. Beanie, we need you 1 second. Beanie, don't leave yet. Beanie's got to go to work. She runs another female leader, businesswoman, owner of her own business, and the great Beanie Long, and a producer, musician, writer, all the great things. Beanie, you can't go yet. I know. Listen, first of all, Beanie. Good morning, Sabrina Long, everybody. Beanie Long. Listen, I know that this was going to be. Did I trigger anything with this conversation this morning, Beanie?
That's what you do.
All day, every day.
I'm very provocative. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Beanie. But listen, Beanie, were you excited about what you saw last night with Kamala?
I wouldn't say excited because I don't think you make it. But it was a good debate. I thought it was a pretty good debate. It started out rocky, but then he unraveled like he always does. After 15 minutes, it's just like he's just going to repeat the same shit over and over again because he has dementia. That's what dementia patients do.
Well, let me tell you something. Beanie, hi, this is Lindsay. Most men unravel after 15 minutes, and if you get 15 minutes out of a man, then you know you got a good day. Shut up, Lindsay. That's why they make honey packs. All right, let me stop. All right, I've gone too far. Let's let me know when I'm too far, a little.
Honey, come on back to now. Yeah, right.
Come back to now. Oh man,
pardon me up. I have to dip. We got to hop in the studio and get some stuff done. Look, thank you again for having us up here.
Mike B. Beanie, we love you, Beanie. Thank you. Have a good day. Go on to work. I'll talk to you later. Beanie Long. Oh man, what a day! What a day! Oh man,
about the gamut. We went through an entire spectrum of conversations today,
yes,
and we did all back together. Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, let me just say this to you. First of all, and I'm going to call you after the show. Baby, I'm gonna call you after the show. Thank you for sharing. You didn't have to do that. That's very personal. Of course, I'm gonna call you, Kimberly. I'll call you anyway. Wake you up. You massages by Kim. And listen, baby, we got to get you a massage by Kim because she is freakishly strong, but she will be gentle, right? You will be gentle with my Duchess. Very gentle.
Be very gentle when you're loving me.
Stop. I'm about to go on the road. Okay, let me get me out of the road right now. I'm just talking trouble here. Anyway, so let me just say this. Today was interesting. A different kind of show today. Deandra, you did speak a lot of truth today, and I thank you for sharing today. You didn't have to do that. But it will go in the book, by the way. Just giving you a heads up. But sharing today was great, and we all gonna go out there and support what you think is right. And listen, Kamala Harris being president, a woman being president, is not a far-fetched thing. It actually happened, and we support women and men. Evolve. I'm OG, so I know I've evolved because 30-year-old Lays might have been a little different, hard to deal with 30-year-old Lays. But Lays now knows how to have conversations, and he even knows how to. When my Duchess, she goes off and goes into her whole thing, I know how to be cool and allow that to happen, and then we come back. Then we come back to now, like she says. I'm not the only one in the road. She be in the road too, by the way. Just
every now and then, it just every now and then.
Every now and then,
every now and then, I'm a little sassy.
On out there.
A little sassy, we call it. She's a little sassy. I want y'all to have a great day. Thank y'all for coming on Reggae Wednesday. Yes, one more time, Kim. Go. One more. Go ahead, okay.
Lays, tomorrow I'll be rocking with you from the road. Tomorrow we have the prayer breakfast for the opening of the Congressional Black Caucus here in Washington, D.C.
Nice.
There's a lot of things going on for the end of this week. My company, MBK Stress Management Services, has been hired for the 6th year in a row. So last year, that's where I met Freeway. So we'll be back again working with the Black Caucus. And so I'll be probably coming from Franklin Park, Northwest DC tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Kimberly Robinson out there doing stuff in the DC area, doing what she do. She gonna be with us tomorrow from the road. We may get Coco in. By the way, this was very serious and very enlightening conversation. So I'm gonna be a goddamn fool tomorrow. So I'm just letting y'all know right now. I did my seriousness for the week. I'm turning up tomorrow. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I'm gonna have 17 characters tomorrow. He's coming back. Baldwin, Frankenstein, Darn, Latifah. Everybody's coming tomorrow. I'm gonna have the whole crew in here tomorrow. We wilding tomorrow. All right, and have a great day, everybody. We see y'all tomorrow. Got to go get a haircut, baby. I know you're coming back home soon, so I can get right with my lady. All right, y'all have a great day. Yes, you can come back tomorrow, D Park. You back in tomorrow. All right, all right, have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
All right, Troy.
Just for you down.